Welcome to UG 50 and Beyond, Your Vision, Our Mission. This program is produced by the Public Relations Division of the University of Guyana and seeks to highlight the programs and services being offered at the university. My name is Lisa Sumra, and I am the host. In studio with me, I have representatives from the Faculty of Health Sciences who will be telling us some of what goes on in the faculty and the programs that are currently being offered. To my right is Mr. Cecil Boston. He is the Assistant Dean of the Faculty of Health Sciences. And to his right is Dr. Michelle James. She is the Head of Department Public Health. Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, I know we're going to get some great advice and health tips today because we have a doctor in the house. Apart from that, we're going to get information on some of the medical terminologies, right, to break down the programs and offerings of the Faculty of Health Sciences. The faculty has 2 schools and 3 departments. Is this correct?
Yes.
Okay, tell us about those.
We have the School of Medicine, the School of Dentistry, Department of Medical Technology, Department of Pharmacy, and Department of Public Health.
Okay.
And within those 2 schools and 3 departments, there are several programs that are run within those departments, from the undergraduate program to graduate programs as well.
Okay, and what are some of those programs?
Well, I would let Dr. James talk about the public health
Sure.
department, but for example, in the Department of Medical Technology, we have a bachelor's degree in medical technology and a bachelor's degree in medical imaging.
Mm-hmm.
In the Department of Pharmacy, there's a bachelor's degree in pharmacy. In the School of Medicine, well, we know that there's the bachelor's in medicine and surgery. There's also, coming under the School of Medicine, there's also the Masters of Public Health program. And we also have a number of affiliate graduate programs that are run at the Georgetown Public Hospital. Within the School of Dentistry, we also have the bachelor's degree in dental surgery. All right, and I would ask Dr. James to speak on the Department of Public Health.
Sure.
Okay, the Department of Public Health is actually one of the largest departments within the Faculty of Health Sciences.
Okay.
It encompasses about 6 programs. And so we have a Bachelor's of Science in medical rehabilitation. We have a Bachelor's of Science in speech and audio therapy. And we also have the BSc, or the Bachelor's of Science in nursing.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Bachelor's of Science in environmental health. And we have a BSc, or the Bachelor's of Science in optometry. We also have the medics program and the psychology program in the Department of Public Health.
Okay, before we get into dissecting some of those terminology, rehabilitation, therapy, and so forth, tell us what is the criteria for these programs? What is the entry requirement for some of these programs?
Well, the basic entry requirements for all of our programs within the Department of Public Health is the 5 CSEC, and 5 CSEC including English, math, and a science subject, right, at grade 1s to 3. Outside of that, we also have other pathways. For example, if someone is a mature student that's over 26 years, and the person doesn't have the 5 CSEC but has 3 subjects, then that person can enter into the program with the completion of the university entrance exam, the UGEE examination.
And just to point out as well, too, those persons must have the requisite experience to go along with that.
Right.
Okay, great.
Right. Within the other programs, for example, the School of Medicine, the School of Dentistry, we have A-levels admissions criteria for those persons.
Okay.
Right, so those persons must complete A-levels, and we focus a lot on the sciences. right? In addition, and so the admissions criteria that Dr. James would have mentioned would span for all the other programs. The only difference is the medical program and the dental program, which we look at heavily, place a lot of emphasis on students who would have complete A levels.
Okay.
Right? Well, as you know, the graduate programs would require persons to have a first degree, either relevant or similar in nature to that.
Talk about some of the medical technology. There's the Department of Medical Technology as well. What are some of the programs that are currently being offered?
Okay, within the Department of Medical Technology, we have a bachelor's degree in medical technology and a bachelor's degree in medical imaging. Now, what medical technology is referred to commonly, persons may be more inclined to say a lab tech.
Oh.
Or a person that works in the lab. You know, so that person, you know, going to deal with all your body fluids, your blood, urine, and that kind of thing. And and that's for medical technology. For in the other program that is run is the medical imaging program, which focuses on X-rays, MRI, CT scans, and that kind of thing.
Okay, so MRI and what we know as CT scan, computerized tomography.
Tomography, yes.
And some of the things that this can detect is like if you have cancer, and it can.
Yeah, it looks at different aspects of it. For example, if somebody might have a fracture.
Oh, okay.
And that kind of thing. And you know, people use MRI, CT scans to look for different things. You can probably look to see if there's blood clots and that kind of thing. So you find that all of the profession go hand in hand. They depend on each other.
They're interrelated.
Definitely.
Okay. What about pharmacy? The program that is being offered is a BSc in pharmacy.
BSc in pharmacy. And that is a 4-year program as well as all of our other undergraduate program, with the exception of nursing.
Okay.
Now, with that, the pharmacy students they're now required to complete a 1-year internship. So after they would have completed their 4 years of theory and also practical assignments or attachment, if you want to call it that, after graduation, they still have to complete a 1-year internship where they're assigned to places such as Georgetown Hospital, where they go through the paces of what is expected of them as a pharmacist.
Is that the same requirement for the medicine program and internship or residency?
Well, yes, medicine, they also do the 1-year internship after they would have graduated as well too.
Is that 4 years or 5 years in total on completion?
That would be 6.
6 years?
Yes.
Okay. All right, and what has been the response to these programs, over the years?
Well, over the years, I think the health sciences faculty has always been oversubscribed. Because, everybody, we are as the dean would say, we're the flagship faculty.
Okay.
And we try to live up to that expectation. So, we always have an oversubscription in our programs. And I mean, it's sad that we can only take in a limited amount for various reasons because of space constraints. And in order for us to have that individualized teaching so that students can adequately learn. You don't want a crowded classroom.
Correct.
You want it space so students can learn and interact and so forth.
A little more intimate.
And then all of our programs are practical programs. So in order for us to determine competency, we need that teacher-student, that lecturer-student interaction to be on point.
Okay. Is it true that you want to add?
And I was going to add that the same thing transcends for the practical component. Because of the inadequacy of space, we sometimes have to allow our students to be in small numbers, because after the end of the program, they have to go out into the to these institutions that can only take maybe 10 or 15 persons. So if we take in 25, then we have another 15 persons waiting. Sometime a year to be exposed to the practical component. So we try to ensure that the classroom size balances off with the practical component that we offer.
That's great. Is it true that a student has to maintain a 75% or more to pass courses in the Faculty of Health Sciences? That is the average
Well, with
because of
as
quality
compared
control,
to,
I guess.
as compared to other faculties, our grading schemes is much higher,
Yes.
right? So, for example, in order to pass a course, a student must gain at least 55%
Oh, okay.
in order to pass a course. However, some courses have the caveat of a student being required to pass both theory and practical exams in order to pass an entire course,
Oh,
which
okay.
makes sense.
Yes. Yes.
Because you can't just know one aspect of any subject or any course. They go hand in hand. So what you learn in the classroom, you must be able to put that into practice.
Okay, tell us a little about the new program that has been launched last year, I think, the psychology program. Tell us a
Mr.
little
Boston.
about
Well,
that.
well, as you know, the psychology program started off with the diploma in psychology, which, as in any new programs, it has its little rough edges because you're now getting, starting it off. But that program would have graduated its first cohort at the last graduation.
Great.
So having seen all of the challenges that were experienced within that cohort, we're now being placed in a better position where we now know what our difficulties are and try to get that sorted before. So right now we have a second cohort, and they're proceeding. They're proceeding on a smooth path, so to speak. And in the psychology suite of programs that we'll be rolling out, in September, we have the Bachelor's of Psychology that would be starting. And we also have the Master's in Clinical Psychology that would be starting in between June and July of this year.
And what has been the response for the inaugural batch?
Well, psychology, when we talk about psychology, we often talk about mental health. So, that is an area that was lacking within our society.
Yes.
Because a lot of persons, because we don't place a lot of emphasis on mental health.
Yes.
And we need to understand that, according to the World Health Organization, it's not just physical health. You also need mental health as well in order to be to be determined healthy. So we decided to meet that need when we introduced the suite of psychology programs, right? And the response has been overwhelming.
Yes.
Because you have persons from different sectors, because people don't understand that mental health is affected from every sector of society, right?
Yes.
And how you choose to address that, and that's where the faculty comes in, and we're trying to address it as we go. And in the same time as well, we're also learning on how we can improve to adequately address the needs of the nation.
Great. The School of Dentistry has been accredited for 4 years. What does that mean for the university?
Actually, the School of Medicine
Uh-huh.
has been accredited,
Okay.
right? In terms of what that means is that our students now can work within the Caribbean. They don't have to write the CAMC exam as most persons would
Okay.
do. Right? They have to be accredited. And I'm glad you brought up the topic of accreditation. And people must understand why accreditation is
It's
important. Because come 2023, if a medical school is not accredited, the persons graduating from that school would not be able to practice. And their certification would not be recognized. So this is why we're placing a lot of emphasis on accreditation, and that's why we're moving all our programs in the direction of being accredited programs.
Great.
And that's
Go ahead,
why
Dr. James.
we strive for having excellency in both the delivery of our program, in our content area, and even some of the community programs that we implement to enhance these disciplines that we have. so that when the time comes for accreditation, we have all the components, or we would have met all the criteria that they're looking for in terms of accrediting us. And I know that I can go out on a limb to say that the University of Guyana and the Faculty of Health Sciences, Mercy, has been working towards that goal.
Great. Speak about some of the collaborative initiatives and how it has helped to develop the faculty and by extension contribute to the development of students.
Well, I know some of the things that we have been doing. First, I want to put, since Mr. Boston has been talking about mental health, recently we launched our first annual mental health fair in October of last year. And we did that in collaboration with PAHO and the Ministry of Health with their mental health unit. It was a great success. It is something that Guyana needs. It's an area of health that has been mentioned that we often neglect. We look at mental health, well, it's just a person on the street. But we have to look at depression. Depression is mental health. Anxiety is mental health. And those are things that we sometimes sweep under the carpet and do not view as mental health. And so we have mental health in every sphere. And as a result, we want to ensure that we have programs that will enhance the delivery of what we are offering at the university. So this year, we will have our second annual mental health fair on the 10th of October. We're not sure of venue and all of that, but we're hoping that our stakeholders that participated last year will come on board with us and have this a bigger, better things. We are hoping to get out there and really present an awareness to the country at large on mental health and the need for education on mental health. In addition to that, we also do community projects. We would do like mini fairs, health fairs. Recently, I think it was in the month of April, we took a combined group, and that group consists, it's a health promotion class. We went into the village of Pleasance. We had the medical technology students, we had pharmacy, we had environmental health, and all the programs, the programs that would normally participate in that particular subject area. And so the students did things such as blood pressure testing, blood glucose, care packaging, going out into the homes of the elderly and so on. So we do that. We try to allow our students to have a feel of what public health is all about. It's not just paper and talk or standing in the classroom or collecting the theoretical component of what we offer at the university, but we want to have them experience the practical component so that when they go out in the world of work, they can be more effective and efficient in what they are doing and in their delivery of what they would have learned.
Great.
And in addition to what Dr. James would have mentioned as well in terms of collaboration, we do a lot of collaboration, especially with, and I can just give you off the top of my head, say University of Vanderbilt, University of Michigan. We also do a lot of collaboration with the University of the West Indies and so forth, and even the University of Toronto. So with that now, we, as Dr. James would have explained, we're enhancing our the student learning experience, right? So we have all these varying components coming together to make one great impact on the student. So when the student leave the university, they're leaving the university with a great experience within the student learning component. And there's also, I know within the public health department, they also collaborate with ASHA.
Yes. ASHA is an international. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's an international organization. They also collaborate with
We have the Ministry of Rehabilitation.
yes, a lot of work, especially in the public health department. The ministry plays a great role in assisting us,
That is great.
and we're grateful for that, because it gives it allows allows our students to see exactly what is required of them.
Let's go back a little to the Department of Public Health. Some of the programs that are being offered, who are good candidates to receive like audio therapy and these things? Who are good candidates for those? For example, is an autistic person would be able to benefit from speech therapy and so forth?
Yes. The rehabilitation in speech and audio therapy, that program caters to persons who would have probably suffered a stroke,
Okay.
or a person that has a speech impediment, or even autism. So yes, we are educating our students or equipping our students so that when they go out there, they can cater to persons of those needs. We do not have a lot of audiologists in Guyana.
Okay.
I think we have probably one in the form of Dr. Kweku, Ruth Kweku, and she is with us. She's actually the coordinator of that program, along with the ASHA, this international health organization that collaborates with the Ministry of Rehabilitation. We all work together in preparing our students. So some of our lecturers are online lecturers. They are all over the world, Canada, America, England, and so on. And so some of our students receive their teaching via the net. And outside of that, we do the practical or the practical attachment during the summer period especially. So some of our international lecturers, they come into Guyana and they participate in that aspect of it so that our students truly receive the knowledge, the skills that they need in order to
So
perform.
more or less, we go where the expertise is.
Right.
Because we don't have, some of the expertise is not available in Guyana. So it causes us now to look at ways in which we can have that expertise here, but minus the having, a person having to come here physically.
Right.
So that's why we have the video conferencing classroom or smart classroom,
That is great.
where students can receive lectures and these things from experts in the field that are anywhere in the world. Right? So, our students are getting quality for their money.
And the University of... Go ahead, Dr.
Okay,
James.
and some of our students actually collaborates through the Ministry of Rehabilitation, Georgetown Hospital, the Talma Reed Center. They would go there, and even the old folks' home, they go there to do their practice. So in terms of their practical component, they are not trying to use just the props, or we do not only have the props, but they actually practice on live people. And I mean, so they have real experiences while they're going through the program, and it's from year 1 to year 4 or year 5, whatever the stint is for that program. They have the practical attachment. Every summer, students are exposed to at least 6 to 8 weeks of work attachment programs. All of the programs in public health, actually.
Great.
From the nurses, they would have theirs done a little earlier in the term, but all the other students, the mental health, the environmental health, the optometry students, they go all over. And with the optometry program too, we have the Ministry of Health. We have a lot of our students that go there to participate in that, with their practical attachments. We have sometime courts would be on board. We have Optique. And actually, the owner of Optique is
a
one
graduate.
A graduate of the program.
Or
Exactly.
cohort of that
Exactly.
program, and so
Exactly.
she is giving back to us, and we are really grateful for that.
Great.
Yes.
And the University of Guyana is not just about academia. We also
No.
have co-curricular activities that the
Yeah,
students
and might I add that
Yes.
the Faculty of Health Science won the sports.
Yay.
That was
Congratulations to you guys.
So we're not only focused on academics, we also focus on the whole student,
Right.
the co-curricular activities as well too.
Right. And might I add to that, actually, I just received a memo yesterday where about 6 or so of our students from the Faculty of Health Sciences within some of these programs that we would have called or named will be going out of Guyana. Some going to Trinidad and some going to Colombia
Yes.
within a week or so to represent the university in basketball and chess and tennis and so on. So we are really rounded. We look at the whole person
Yes.
so that when that person gets out there, he or she is equipped to
Definitely.
function as an effective citizen in our country. And yeah.
Great. Quickly, final thoughts before we wrap. 60 seconds.
Okay, I want to encourage anyone that is interested in a program in the Department of Public Health or in the Faculty of Health Sciences to come on board with us. Though we have the 5 CSEC subjects as our basic entry requirement, there are other opportunities for person to come, and we are the best in the country.
Great, Mr. Boston.
I would just like to continue on where Dr. James left off and encourage persons to come in, talk to us. The secretaries are well equipped to answer any questions that a person may come and they need clarification on.
And the number is?
And our numbers are 222 5404, 222 2477, 222 3570.
Great. And the University of Guyana Facebook page, fhs.uog.edu.gy. Thank you to Mr. Boston, the Assistant Dean, Faculty of Health Sciences, and Dr. Michelle James, the Head of Department Public Health. And thank you for watching. Thank you.